Good morning, Modern Homesteaders. Today we get to finish making our dill pickle recipe. Good morning, Maverick and Goose. I just finalized the last order of meat birds for us this year. We're gonna be doing 4 batches of meat birds. We got our next batch coming in about a week and a half. So it means we're gonna have probably raised about 150 meat birds here in the homestead this year. I know that sounds like quite a lot of chicken for 3 people. We're gonna eat quite a bit of it, but we also give some away. We have company over quite a bit and cook up some delicious chicken for them. But now that we're both working from home, we cook up chicken for lunches during the week too. So we'll cook up usually at least 2 chickens a week, 1 for a dinner, and then we'll cook up 1 during the week for lunch, and that's what we'll have all week long for lunches. We'll make sandwiches out of it, we'll make stir fries, and oh, it is delicious. It makes it so we have to raise double the amount of meat birds that we normally would, but it is so nice to have delicious chicken meat for lunch and not having cold cuts or other stuff like that. We gotta take the mule down below this morning. The pigs need some more grain. Good morning, girls. They must find something over there to eat. They're pretty content right now. This year our goal is to grow as much of our own food as possible. We've tripled our meat production. We've probably quadrupled our vegetable production. And our pigs, we're probably gonna double that. We'll raise the winter pigs again, so we'll have twice as many pigs on the homestead. And we were hoping to raise some sheep this year, but with everything going on, we couldn't find the breed of sheep that we wanted. Everybody was sold out. Huh, ladies? There you go. This is Buttercup's first year giving us milk, and she's such a great milker. She has tripled our milk production this year since last year, so we have a lot more milk on the homestead now too, which is amazing.
Good girl.
There's our star milker.
There she is. She come right out.
She did. So, question for you. Is the first thing she's gonna go for an apple?
Yeah, obviously.
It's her morning routine now.
She like runs for it.
She says, hey, I'm gonna find an apple.
Hold on. I don't think she even needs that.
You gotta watch out, she's gonna pull you over. You girls ready? You coming, Blossom? Good morning, Nora. Your mom will be out next. Look, the chicken's getting in your feeder. Better go get her out, Maggie. trying to take over the new lead herd position. She wants to be the new boss. What do you think, Hope? Are you going to be the new leader? I think someday she will be.
So much better. Switching her with Buttercup.
She's a better.
I can even use this.
She likes being the second one to get milk, not the first.
I don't know. Must be. I might even get a little bit more milk.
Yep.
Oh, you want some morning spaghetti? You want some morning spaghetti? You look so good. Oh, you look so good. Mama, Mama. She's almost too big to fit under there. Oh, good morning.
We need some fresh dill to make our dill pickles with. So we need to go to the grocery store, aka the greenhouse. We get to pick it fresh the day we need it, which is awesome. And one thing we might not have enough of is dill this season. We planned on doing another herb garden, but with all the coronavirus stuff going on, our material to build the herb garden just showed up, and we didn't get all of it yet. So we never got a chance to build the herb garden this year. And this dill is growing nice, but it's growing tall and thin. And I think that's because, oh, it smells so good. It's in the cucumber, so it's stretching for light. It can't stay small and bushy. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, I wish you guys could smell it. Oh, it smells so good. I want to grab at least 24 little things like this to put 2 in each jar. Alright, that should be good. I want to get our water bath canner out here set up and the water up to temperature. I like doing this step outside so we don't have the heat of the water bath canning in the house, especially this time of the year. We get to finish making our pickles today. We've had our cucumbers sitting in a saltwater brine for 24 hours. If you guys want to check that part out, I'll put a link to that video right here. So now we're going to take our pot. We have 6 cups of water. We're making our pickling liquid. Got 4.5 cups of white vinegar. Third cup of salt. We're using Redmond salt. And I have 3 tablespoons of sugar.
One and a half tablespoons of pickling spice.
I'm gonna put it on the stove on medium-low heat. Get it to a low simmer. While this warms up, we're going to strain our cucumbers and get the jars ready. Alright, here comes 4 pounds of cucumbers.
Smells like cucumber.
It does, doesn't it? They sure do smell good already. The hard part's gonna be waiting a while before we try them.
smells really good in here.
It does. Like, we got our jars sitting in a hot water bath to keep them warm. And grab the rest of them.
You're gonna do all 12 at once?
Now we'll get 6 going. Now we need to add 1 teaspoon of mustard seed and 2 things of dill per jar.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one.
It is.
2.
Now we get to put the pickles in.
The fun part.
That's right.
A viewer sent this mat so I could make my pie crust and stuff on them. And I'm gonna use it for everything on my counter. We're using it as a mat here when we do the pickles too, because if you get vinegar on the concrete, it does make a mark, which you can kind of see there's a couple spots. But I'm gonna do the best I can not to get more spots, but this works really nice. So it'll have multi-uses in this house. So thank you for the viewer who sent it.
So our pickling juice came to a boil, so now we're gonna add it into our 6 jars. We'll keep the other 6 in the warm water bath so they don't cool off on us. I almost think 1 ladle is gonna be enough. We want to wipe off all the lids so we make sure we get the vinegar and sugar solution off so we get a good seal. This recipe calls for a 1/2 inch head space. We're going to add a little bit more juice to a couple of these jars. Then we're just going to hand tighten them down. You don't need to go super tight.
You look pretty.
I sure do.
Smell good.
So we ended up getting 9.5 jars. So we have our water up to temperature. We're gonna put our jars in. We're gonna give it a hot water bath. We're gonna process these jars in a hot water bath for 10 minutes. You wanna make sure your water is 1 to 2 inches above your jars. By the time we get all of our jars in,
It will be.
it will be. It's one of the things you got to remember when you fill in your pot. You don't want to overfill it, because when you submerge all your jars in, it rises the water up. That is perfect. And you don't want your cans sitting right on the bottom of your pot. You want them lifted up.
Why is that?
So that way the air can get underneath them and you don't get in the base of your jars hot from the flame.
Yep.
And even heat.
Makes sense.
Perfect. One more. We're going to process these for 10 minutes. Time's up. Time to get them out. Let's put this inside. The first canning of 2020. Look at how much the color has changed.
Oh, like the green?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look like dill pickles.
Right. Opposite tape. And then we sit them on a towel for 12 hours-ish to cool. When they cool down, this top's gonna seal in and you'll get an indent, and while they're cooling you're gonna hear them popping. Gonna go pop. And if your lid doesn't suck in, we'll show you that when they cool off, they're not sealed.
Going to be making some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to be using the King Arthur recipe for this. We are not a complete gluten-free family, but we do some things gluten-free. We have a lot of friends that are gluten-free, so I have a big bulk of gluten-free flour. So today I'm going to be making gluten-free chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. King Arthur's gluten-free flour 1-to-1, so I do need to add the xanthan gum to this recipe. So I need 1 teaspoon of this. In 1/2 cup of gluten-free oats. These are the quick oats. A teaspoon of baking powder. Excuse me, soda, and then 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then I'm just going to mix that up and set it aside. I do have the oven preheating at 325. I'm going to get my butter in here. Quarter cup of sugar. We do try to use everything organic as we can. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1 egg. And I'm just gonna do half. And then add the others. Now I'm gonna add in my chocolate chips. Place this in the refrigerator for at least a half an hour to chill, and I'll clean up and then I'll get it on my cookie sheet and cook it. And I can't wait to have a chocolate chip cookie. They're my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and dehydrate these zucchinis in the dehydrator so I can have them for soups and stews and stuff like that this winter. So I'm just gonna cut the ends of all my zucchinis, and then I'm going to use my mandolin to slice it up. I'm choosing not to blanch these. You don't have to. It just preserves color, so I'm going to see how it is without blanching. So because I don't want, in my stew, I don't want a big, huge thing. I'm just going to cut these smaller and then put them on my trays.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light, running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight.
If you have any tips or tricks on using a dehydrator or dehydrating your vegetables, your produce, leave them in the comments below.
I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every start, we are born again. Oh,
All right, so I'm gonna take these ones and cut them in half and dig up the seeds.
spend less time in your head. With every start, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. Just like a seed in a garden, you will grow to be tall, staring out over miles of land without ever wanting to build up walls. Lift me up in your branches, we can watch the sunrise. Just a couple of bruised up souls that believe that it was worth one more try.
I have it set at 135 and I'm going to set it at 6 hours, and then I'll check it then and see if I need to add more time. The dough's been chilling in the refrigerator for over an hour. Time always gets away from me. Let's get these on the pan and cook them up. I like to use my scoop so they're all about the same size. And you just push that button, it pops right out. Now I'm gonna pop them in the oven. Hopefully they stay plump and not spread out too much because I really crowded them on the pan. I usually will do another round, but I just wanna get them in the oven and cooked. So fingers crossed they don't spread all over. It might be a cookie bar, not a cookie.
Afternoon, Buttercup.
What do you want? What are you looking for? You're looking so good. You really are. I'm happy.
How many eggs do you think? 8. You can't have that grain. That's for the chickens there, Nora.
There's no
How
deal.
many eggs do you think?
I think there's gonna be 10.
10. I'm hoping for 10, but we're probably gonna have 6 is my guess. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we're gonna see if we have one inside. And we do. We got one. Coming to get some pig grain. Come on, we're going this way. You brought your dish way over here. See if they'll share with you. She's the cleanup crew. Did you ladies lay any eggs today? I hope you did. Oh yes, she laid us one. Thank you. They're playing King of the Hay Feeder. It's the next morning and I'm editing the video, but I wanted to show you guys. We dehydrated 2.5. Let's see if I can get this lighting right. 2.5 big zucchinis. And this is what it came out of the dehydrator at the end of the night. It's pretty dark out right now, but I wanted to make sure I showed you that, guys. That's just crazy. We got half a quart jar of zucchini out of those 2.5 zucchinis. But that's gonna be good in soup and stews. It's funny how much water can be in stuff. Gonna end it there, guys. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey with us. You're a true blessing to us in our homestead. I'm gonna finish this up, get this video uploaded for you, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.